Hi guys, Night Shift 10,000 here, back on solid ground in the Night Shift mansion, and it seems I've received an early Christmas present for my 2 cents. What could it be though? My 2 cents you shouldn't have. It's the gift that just keeps on giving. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Oh, this is the best day ever. Ladies, gentlemen, and social justice warriors of all levels of retardation, welcome back for another episode of What Will Ocamio Say Next? Oh, come on, folks. You knew this wasn't going to be the last time we were going to cover everyone's favorite Latina legislature LOL cow. Did you? And yes, I know some of this shit is a few months old, but oh, jeez. I just can't help but indulge in the cringe fest. It's still great material for comedy. And yeah, some people may call it old, but I just call it classic. So let's jump right into this. Take it away, She Guevara.
And I think that all great American programs.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because I believe that our education, such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere such as, and I believe that our education over here in the U.S. should help.
And I think that all great American programs, everything from the Great Society to the New Deal, started with a vision for our future. Reparations are for the damage done by the New Deal and redlining. All great American programs, everything from the Great Society to the New Deal. Reparations are for the damage done by the New Deal and redlining.
I fucked up again. This little fuck up by Ocamio was for her Green New Deal. Yes, in between predicting the world's end in 12 years and wanting to shut down the entire aviation industry, Marxist Argentina Barbie here proposed an environmental plan with disastrous proposed implications. Other than obliterating economic development, key economic sectors such as the airline and automobile industries, and decimating millions of American jobs, as well as millions of jobs on the global job market, it would also cost anywhere in between $8.3 trillion to $12.3 trillion. Adding a debt of $52,000 to $72,000 per household during the 2020s, with absolutely no plans on repaying that debt. Hell, it's not even original. Obama came up with a similar plan during his presidency, and it was shot down too. It was even shot down then. Yeah, not seeing much hope here, guys. Even worse is that Ocamio lays out no plan by which to achieve these ends. There is literally no starter goal in all of the Green New Deal. It is quite simply put a clusterfuck of a plan. But you may be asking, what effect would it have on the environment? Well, experts have stated it would have an extremely minimalist effect on the environment overall, with other nations like China polluting at 3 times the rate that we do. It's so bad that all congressional members even voted against it or abstained from voting on it at all. The whole plan is so bad that it failed miserably, and rightfully so. To even accomplish just a small amount of what Ocamio is planning with the Green New Deal, you would have to nearly destroy the economy and job markets of not only the United States, but the entire world, as I stated before. But maybe nobody cares about the debt crisis. Maybe you think it'll all just blow over. Well, let's take a look at how that debt crisis is doing. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. You care about it now?
We're
driven out to the Senate side because the thing is, we went to his office in the Capitol, we went to his office here in the Russell Building, we went to the floor, he's not, we went to the cloakroom, he's not in the cloakroom, he's not in the Capitol, he's not in the Russell Building, he's not in the floor of the Senate, and 800,000 people don't have their paychecks. So where's Mitch?
They couldn't find him because those lawmakers went to the wrong office. McConnell works out of the majority leader's space in the Capitol, which the lawmakers would have needed to pass on their way to the Senate side to try to make their point.
Who elected this woman?
Good question. This next pretty little bit of hilarity was of Ocamio pursuing Mitch McConnell with a group of her fellow whammons to protest his support of the government shutdown enacted by Donald Trump a few months ago. Oh, God, those were the days. However, he was nowhere to be found. They then even sent investigators to his supposed office to try and find him, but nothing. So what was this? Was this a daring James Bond-esque escape? Was this an unforgivable slight against the Dem Femmes and whammons everywhere? No. They just went to the wrong office. Yep, kind of a fail all around, wasn't it? We then go to a little bit I like to call hashtag it's not a cult though. Yeah, Ocamio and her fellow Dem Femmes, in a daring and courageous display of jackassery, oh sorry, I mean collective fortitude, gathered in the house with white uniforms to express their monthly PMS outcries. Oh, God, sorry, there must be something in the air. No, their outrage at Trump for speaking the truth and being reasonably logical about current events and situations. Which is, of course, code for hatred of women.
No one has benefited more from our thriving economy than women, who have filled 58% of the newly created jobs last year. You weren't supposed to do that. Thank you very much. And exactly 1 century after Congress passed the constitutional amendment giving women the right to vote, we also have more women serving in Congress than at any time before. There could be no greater contrast to the beautiful image of a mother holding her infant child than the chilling displays our nation saw in recent days. These are living, feeling, beautiful babies who will never get the chance to share their love and their dreams with the world. And then we had the case of the governor of Virginia, where he stated he would execute a baby after birth. To defend the dignity of every person, I am asking Congress to pass legislation to prohibit the late-term abortion of children who can feel pain in the mother's womb. Let us work together to build a culture that cherishes innocent life.
I know, right? Trump being at least somewhat logical? Shocking developments, there's no doubt about that. But the makeshift cult gathering, protest, didn't really produce the desired results of the Trump falling on his hands and knees and begging whammons everywhere for their forgiveness right before resigning from the presidency. Nope, it had more this effect. Something I like to call triggering bitches. What I'd like to close the cringe fest with is our poster girl here taking on Amazon and calling out CEO Jeff Bezos in New York. Being socialista prime, she wouldn't rest until thousands of potential jobs were denied to average middle-class New Yorkers. As the article says, Representative-elect Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is assuming a leadership role, sure that needs to be in parentheses, in efforts to combat Amazon's plan to build a new headquarters in Queens, an initial test of the incoming House freshman's clout in her home city. The 29-year-old progressive darling headlined a closed-press, standing room only, of course, meeting of activists in Lower Manhattan on Monday, near the site of the Occupy Wall Street protests in, and I know I'm going to butcher this, Zuccotti Park. The meeting's purpose, according to those who attended, was to strategize about how to kill Amazon's deal to build a headquarters in Long Island City. A deal that proponents say would bring at least 25,000 well-paying jobs in exchange for roughly $3 billion in subsidies. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm no fan of subsidies myself, but yeah, this really would have stimulated things. But no, Ocamio had other plans. However, she soon realized how detrimental this would be to the economy, and fearing her constituents would turn against her, she ended her harrowing revolution against Jeff Bezos and economic development in Manhattan.
Now, Cortez is backtracking on her position on Amazon's second headquarters, which is just incredible because she's the reason that Amazon said, I'm not coming now. Her chief of staff says that the deal was sprung on the community without any input. Amazon denies that, and Amazon said in a statement this: on day one, we had our first community meeting at Queensbridge Houses. That meeting included everyone in the local community, infrastructure, and it set the tone for the sustained and widespread community outreach we conducted in the months that follow. This has 2 new billboards have just gone up in Times Square. I don't know if you saw these billboards, slamming her over her Green New Deal.
A Dem and socialist flip-flopping on a major issue? Stop the fucking presses, people! Yeah! Doesn't seem like a good idea after your own constituents jump all over you, does it? Now, I know the media has her looking like a superhero, and I'll admit Jeff looks a lot like Lex Luthor, but that doesn't mean that the dichotomy holds up. There's not really much more I can say about her idiocy as of late. In between her predicting the end of humanity and also trying to cause it, in the end, it's really hard to take her seriously. Hell, there's even a Twitter page that is supposed to be a parody of her press releases. Only problem is they look so real and authentic that people have literally mistaken this parody page for her actual Twitter page. Those are the levels of ineptitude we are talking about here, people. And again, folks, why am I getting the joke memes mixed in with her actual quotes, and I'm not able to tell the difference of which is which? Oh my god, this is irritating. Why did we elect this woman? Or why did you elect her? Why anyone would elect someone like this is absolutely beyond me. It just confounds me to my very core. And as I've said before, she is most certainly not fit for congressional service or any political office for that matter. I stick with many people on my side of the political chain by saying, make Ocasio a bartender again and send her home to New York. Well, that's enough for now. Tune in again sometime for another episode of What Will Ocamio Say Next? Good night, everyone. Good night. Wow, I really should be doing something about this. Oh well.